So um, you should be open. Kasih tahu your partner what do you want, what your expectation in this relationship. Your attachment style itu gimana? Are you in? You still have any trauma from the past? They deserve to know. One thing, if you think that you feel lonely, uh, don't find a partner. Go get a life. You need a life, not a partner.
Damn. Ouch. Ouch. Gotta be so
I'm
cold
telling
like
you.
that, Zola. Ouch.
How you
Hey guys,
doing?
I'm good. Wow, everybody! Like this is pretty cool. This is something like we do something different on the podcast. On I'd like to make an introduction to Zola Yoana, and she is an international matchmaker and a legit one, everybody. And then she's got her own company, so she's the director of Heart Inc. .co. You can check out her website for the full details of her services. But really, we just want to get down and dirty to the facts of what makes a good match, because the show is called Janda Becanda, so there's a lot of dating post divorce in on the podcast that's being discussed. And of course, a lot of people would like to think of dating after divorce as an opportunity for second chances, second chances in love.
Yeah. So my clients mostly they are 35 above,
Hmm.
men and women,
Hmm.
financially secure, financially independent, but simply too busy. They don't have a time to looking for. They don't want to meet random people,
Hmm.
and they're singles, divorcee, janda, duda itu banyak, and not
Okay.
only in Indonesia, it's a global. And I have a lot of clients now in the US
Hmm.
yang mostly mereka berumurnya 50 above and they are divorcee or duda atau janda. I
Okay.
have a lot. Yeah.
And those clients that you have internationally, are they expecting to meet with somebody in Indonesia or matched up with somebody else around the world, or is not geographic specific, or what's the case?
It depends. If they come to me, it means they're looking for Asian that probably willing to relocate to US or probably they don't mind to move anywhere, willing to relocate also because mostly they're financially secure, financially independent, they run the business. So living there and there doesn't problem with them anyway. Jadi yeah,
I
it's a
see.
global, but
All right.
they also want me to match them global, so not only specific Indonesia. But yes, I do have some client that specifically looking for Asian.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Different strokes for different folks. So, how's business in the
Hmm.
pandemic? My God.
Pandemic, to be honest, is increased like triple.
Your dating services has
Yes,
tripled.
has
Your
tripled.
matchmaking services has tripled, even though it's the intent is for people to meet offline, right?
Yes, it's offline. And since March, actually,
Yeah.
I did it the holding the membership. So the
Hmm.
first PSPB itu kapan ya? It was on March, right?
March 16th.
Until July, is it? If I'm not mistaken, yeah,
Yeah,
until July, I
yeah,
think. Yeah.
back then.
Yes, I hold my client's membership. So we hold it for the dating. And after that, I open it again, then I hold it again because I know safety first.
Hmm.
Sometimes they prefer to meet in virtual or sometimes they prefer to meet in person. But since this kind of things agak-agak, apa ya, pandemic kan kita nggak tahu, we cannot control the people, dia dari mana, apa segala macam dan lain-lainnya. So some of them they prefer to hold the membership, but some of them they don't mind to do the virtual dating or exchange the number phone number. So actually, then I got my one of my client just got recently getting married on August, but they know each other since last year actually.
Okay.
So
So
they
it
just
was
getting
a
married.
last year's match that finally
Yes,
that finally
yes,
closed
last
this
year
year.
match.
Got
Uh
it.
huh. Yeah. And yes, I'm quite surprised like that my business is triple since this pandemic because people nggak
What
kemana-mana, they just stay at home.
I see. But when we say triple, what is that baseline number? What is that in terms of hundreds of people, dozens of people? How many people are we talking about?
No, if you're talking about the people who register to the website, yes, it's gonna be like hundreds. But because what I'm doing is very selective and personalized, private, and confidential. So
Mhm,
I'm very selective when I pick my clients.
mhm,
Let's say around 20 people register in a day through the website. Not all of them that I'll give them a call because they have a process, right, for me to screening. After they register to the website, and then
mhm,
I give them a call, I have to check first their profile, semuanya dicek dulu, screening dulu, and then I call them to have the interview with me one-on-one session, at least 1 hour for me to get to know more about them, like initial consultation.
mhm.
I need to get to know more about their value, life value, compatibilities, preference, love goals, their past relationship, and I know exactly which character or personality that's suitable for them.
Okay.
Gitu. So
So
so yeah,
there's a
that's what
lot
I've
of
been
the
doing.
screening. So out of the hundreds, there are now like what dozens of people that actually become your client or become members.
If I may say, normally I only choose like 5 until 6 client in a month.
I
Sekarang
see.
itu bisa jadinya kayak 20 yang
Yeah. So high
memang
volume now.
positively, yes, like
Wow.
positively join the member gitu.
I see. All right.
So yeah,
So okay, it's kind of interesting as well because I guess you're sort of letting in people that you think would be good for other people to match up, not necessarily somebody who just wants to become a client or becomes a member, but
yeah.
you may think would be difficult to match.
Yes,
Is
yes.
okay. So
And then if
okay.
I know that they have like hidden agenda, if I may say, or
Mhm.
they're not looking for service relationship, I don't take them as a client. Or I do have one cases. She has a relationship with one man.
Yeah.
She has a boyfriend, let's say, but then she want to join with my member because she want to break up with her boyfriend. And I said, I'm sorry, I cannot take you as a client. So totally people yang memang single, there is no commitment sama siapapun, either single or divorce or janda duda semuanya lah. Tapi nggak ada terikat relationship with
Right.
anyone.
Well, that's a fair question. I mean, apart from asking, are you in a relationship with someone or are you still married to somebody else? And
Yes,
hopefully that person is being truthful in their response. Is there any due diligence on your part to make sure that they're actually divorced or they're actually single?
yes. If they want to join my service, if they say that I'm divorced, they need to show me the divorce paper.
Mhm.
If they're still in the process of divorce, I cannot take them as a client.
Well, I mean, assuming that they even tell you that much. It could be like
Well,
somebody
I
who doesn't
can,
even tell you. Like,
yeah,
I could
yeah, yeah,
cite cases where
yeah.
people actually thought that they're being with somebody who's a single person. Turns out that wasn't
Yes,
the
yes.
case
I
at
do
all.
have some friends like that too. But because I met them in person, I
Uh-huh.
read them. So I know whether they're lie or not based on the way they talk. Are they consistent or not?
Hmm.
So
Okay.
I learn
So you've
about
not been
them
wrong, basically.
personality. So far, regarding about the divorce, belum ya. Jangan
Belum
sampai.
okay. Or at least
Jangan
they're,
sampai
or
deh.
even if they're in a relationship with somebody else.
No.
Okay.
Jadi belum ada. So
Okay. So knock on wood.
yeah, knock on wood. But sometimes, kadang dia tuh yang jujur sendiri gitu loh. Like, okay, Zola, I am in a relationship or I'm single without me asking them
Prompting,
first.
yeah, without the prompting.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's kind of interesting that your keywords earlier were people who are too busy to sort of look for a match. So,
Yeah.
and I think it's actually it's not even just people who are too busy. it's that they have no opportunity to sort of filter out people um, who may not be good matches for them. So
Yeah.
in that sense, that they can't be bothered really. I mean, they just want to sort of have a decent conversation with someone on their first date or second date, or
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a decent interaction. And I
Hmm.
can definitely relate to that. I mean,
Yeah.
I can see that being a reason why to engage a dating. Well, how would you refer yourself, a matchmaker or a dating coach? Which one
A
would you?
match
A matchmaker.
matchmaker. I do the dating coach as well, but a matchmaker actually. Yeah,
Okay. Are you
both.
married?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Mm-mm.
Are you too busy to be matched up to someone because you're too busy matching up everyone else? So what's going on?
For me, marriage is not about age. It's not about status, but just whether I'm ready or not. Right. This time, I'm not ready to get married. Maybe later.
Okay. Are you in a
Yeah.
relationship with
So
someone?
I'm in a relationship
Okay.
for
So
3 years
then,
now.
oh, okay. So you like the relationship that you have. You know, that's healthy. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not
but just like
one.
when people asking Zola, are you a matchmaker? But you're not married. So what? I mean, like this is not about me. It's about my skill to help people, not me. So, and
All right.
mostly in the US, a lot of matchmaker or dating coach, either they are happily married or divorced or totally single. I think they're just too busy setting up their clients.
Mm, all right.
Yeah,
So walk me through like your ideal sort of match. You what you would consider sort of like, yeah, this is it. This is a
yeah,
good portfolio, two portfolio matches.
yeah.
What would that look like for you as a matchmaker?
Um, okay. The way I match people, the first thing is life value. You should share the same value. If you don't share the same value, you go growing apart. As a
Mm-hmm.
simple as like you want to build a family and you meet someone that just want to have a life partner. At the end of the day, you will growing apart because your value is not same. You have a different value. You have
Mm-hmm.
different when you see things. You
Mm-hmm.
have a similarities, compatibilities, but the most important things if you want to finding a partner is the value.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the way I match people is live based on live values, compatibilities, similarities, hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then if we're talking about matchmaking, matchmaking is how you call it. There is a strong intuition on it. I'm very intuitive person. So when I see people, let's say I just talk to them like 5 minutes or 15 minutes, I know exactly what they want. Nggak bilang cenayang ya. I mean like um, matchmaking is all about intuition. You just know when you met that person, there's a click on it. But
Mm-hmm.
if you ask me to explain in detail about the intuitive things, uh, uh, how to say it? Bingung juga sih
Well,
ngejelasin itu. But in the way I match people based on life value, yeah. Jadi life
mhm.
value is the most important things.
What
So
is the
that's
biggest
why
deal breaker you think in like matchmaking that you see like, oh, like, yeah, this would have been nice, but that would never work between these two people. What do you think that would be?
normally with Chinese people that they do believe in feng shui. So
Hmm.
for them, with 3 years gap or 7 gap in between in age tuh kayak buat mereka it's a big no-no. Even though I can see that they're compatible with each other, they are
Okay.
perfect for each other, but because of the age,
Okay.
3 years younger or 3 years older, where
Okay.
4 years it should be perfect, something
Okay.
like that. And my clients, what I like about my job, because my client mostly they end up with someone that actually not their type, but I can see that they're perfect for each other. They're matched for each other. So sometimes when we see people like, no, I don't want to date someone younger. it's a big no-no. But then you end up married with someone younger. So I keep saying to all of my friends or my clients, when it comes to finding a partner, just be open with any possibilities because we never know when love knock your door.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, but you also have the primary rule of life values, right? So certain things that is like a no compromise for, as you mentioned, the Chinese clients, the age gap,
Yeah,
the number of
yeah,
3 or 7
that's a deal. Yeah,
is a
sometimes
deal
they have
breaker
to
for
do
them.
that deal
So
breaker. Yeah,
yeah, so that's coded in. That can't be changed. So, but
yeah.
what are characteristics that you think it's so obvious that will always be a deal breaker, and what would that be primarily that you think that you've seen so far?
Dating for women, dating a younger guy,
Okay.
or for men dating way much younger women. So let's
Oh,
say
so they
he's
don't want that
40.
either. Is a deal breaker for men
Sometimes,
too?
yes, if it is too way much younger, they don't really like it,
What's
but
the
it
age?
depends.
So
Sometimes.
what's the age band that they feel like they can't go beyond?
So if we're talking about age,
Mhm.
actually 10 years, it should be enough because we already have a different, what you call it, different generation,
Yeah.
right? Late boomers, millennial, what else?
Mm.
Zen, X.
Mm.
So with 10 years gaps, right? So at least actually
Uh,
the the longest I think is a 15 years. Yeah, should be okay. But
mm,
ini pasti akan ada perbedaan yang jauh banget, udah pasti. So when it comes to, if especially if the man they are looking for life partner, let's say he is 45 or 50 and he's looking for a life partner, they don't want to go beyond like 20 years younger or 10 years younger, especially for life partner. But if they're looking for, if they want to build a family, so yes, has to be in a productive age, right? But when it comes to life
like
partner, the
18.
not 18, maximum 40. 40 juga masih agak susah sih, let's say 35. Tapi ya, so buat yang mereka nyari life partner for a man, mostly I prefer and I suggest them to look someone yang age-nya nggak terlalu jauh, let's say 5 years difference.
Mhm.
Kami say itu juga udah lumayan jauh. So at least the same age or 5 years different.
Okay, this is very interesting. I mean, obviously the mechanics of it, this the reality of this is what makes the matchmaking interesting. But
Yeah,
if I can sort of already draw a parallel, I mean, a lot of jandas can tell you a lot of the reasons why things don't end up working out in the end is because of that primary issue of like perhaps you didn't have the same life values and you probably didn't have the same primary goals at the beginning. So if anything, it's this is not even about matchmaking, it's not even about dating, but you sort of have to know that about yourself before you can go out and date,
yeah.
because this is a series about dating after divorce for the Janda Becanda podcast, dating after
Okay.
divorce. So and a lot of the questions that you're asking there, Zola, are interesting preliminary work that an individual needs to go through after a failed relationship, whether it's
Yeah,
a divorce or whether it's a long-term relationship. You need to sort of be honest about what it is that you'd like to have.
yeah.
And so it's interesting that you bring those up, which kind of makes sense, but for you it's actually a comprehensive system that's you've actually been able to turn into a business. So actually I'm being cheeky a little bit, but what's like the most number of like dates like any one of your members gone through? Like what's the maximum number of like
Yeah. It depends on the membership. Because I have a membership
yeah.
for 6 month and 1 year membership. For 1 year
Yeah.
membership, it's unlimited dating. So
Okay, so
unlimited.
unlimited dating, what's the maximum that you've ever had to put match someone
I
together?
10, 10
10 is
people.
already maximum, so that's like once
Yes,
every 6
yes,
weeks.
yes.
Okay,
10 is
so
already
you
maximum because
right.
we're talking about matchmaking. So what's the difference between online and matchmaking? Online, you can just pick anyone. You can have a date with
All right.
anyone. Then you have to screening by your own self. You have to
Mhm.
be careful with fake profile or they ask for money. But with a matchmaking service, it's well, the people that I'm introduced to you is totally the people, at least 70% is matched with your profile. It matched with your life values. So sort of like finding the one. When you come to online dating, it's like casual dating. When you come to me, it's like finding the one. So that's the maximum client that I had that I've been dating. It's maximum 10.
So what
That's
happened
yeah,
there?
that's
What
maximum.
happened to that person or to that one person? Was it a woman or a man?
Women.
It was a woman. So this
Yeah, it's
lady
women.
went through 10 dates, and so what happened there? So it wasn't a matter of a match because you're matching people constantly. So
It's
what
a
happened there?
so actually it happens I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago,
Mm.
and after the sixth of date, I think the sixth date, then I already realized that she doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't
Ooh.
know herself. So that's
Ooh.
why she have like copy mechanism, something like that. So that's why I keep saying to a lot of people, knowing yourself better, loving yourself first before you falling in love to others. So if you don't know about yourself, then you're gonna let other people to controlling you, and then you don't know about your attachment style. That's gonna ruin your relationship big time. So
What
so
was it
yeah,
I
that
was
that
saying just before you said this? We were talking
Mhm.
about how it's so important in the dating after divorce series. You guys got to know what
Yes,
it is that you want for yourself, and so
yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
And look,
yeah.
listen, okay, listen to Zola, everybody. Listen to Zola, okay? She is a professional and she can't help you if you don't know what you want. All right? She cannot
Yeah,
help you. It is
I'm
not a
sorry.
bad match. It's not about the matching. It's because you don't know what the hell it is you want for yourself. So you got to find out. That's the work that a lot of
Yes.
in the filter of the Janda Becanda crowd, maybe there are some people who are still fresh from the divorce, and there are some
Yeah.
who are already ready. So for the ones who are already ready to utilize your services, Zola,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
so they go to your website, heart
Yeah.
hyphen
Heart-ink.co.
inc.co. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so they submit a profile, they submit a
Yes.
request to speak with you, and hopefully your ass is cool enough so that Zola will call you back and that you don't get discriminated.
Rejection. I can
You don't get
reject
rejected
people.
on the first. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. Um, Um, and this is an exclusive premier service, a premium service. So tell everybody about this membership. How much does it cost? How long does it last? And so that's just the
Right.
mechanics of it. So my
All
listeners
right.
can
Okay. So the type of the
understand.
membership, actually, there is two kind of the membership. Is the VIP and the membership only. The VIP is for 6 month membership and 1 year membership. It's including international match, so not only in Indonesia. If you prefer someone living in overseas, that I can share your profile to other matchmaker. I work and collaborate with Singapore, Europe, US matchmaker. So we help each other. Um, that's unlimited dating for 1 year, including coaching. So you will get coaching from me. So like I'm like your love consultant for a year, and it's an active profile, guarantees you will be matched. But the other one is the member only. Actually, member is a passive profile. I don't do hunting for you. It's a totally passive. If I have the VIP member that's suitable for you, then I'll give you a call.
Hmm.
So if you ask which one is sometimes they like to ask me which one is suitable for me. It depends on your needs. If you are running out of your time, you don't want to wait, and you want to choose your match, then you can go to 1 year membership. I mean, like the VIP member. But
Mhm.
if you prefer, it's okay, Zola, I'm not running out of my time, I don't mind to wait, then you just don't join the database. So the membership
Mm.
is start from 2,500
Okay.
until 7,000,
Okay.
but for a year. But for a member, it's 100 $150
For
a
how
year.
long is
Is a year.
$150? Okay. So that's just to have your profile up on some kind of what on your website or what's going on?
Not on nothing. You can't see anything on my website. It's just join the database. I'll keep your profile.
Ah, okay.
If I
Because
have
you're it's
someone that's suitable for you, then I will let you
that's
know.
interesting. It's a blind. It's basically it's completely blind because you never actually see any of the other members. It's just
No,
completely just for you that's visible.
yes. And then if it's not totally blind, actually, I'll share the profile when you have a date. So let's say I find you a match, then I'll share your profile. He can see you and you can see him. And then I set up the dating mostly on the weekend. Kalau nggak pandemic ya, mostly on the weekend.
Mhm.
In the at the lounge or restaurant dinner time, dating always dinner,
Mhm.
not for coffee. Dating is not coffee is not for dating. A
Why?
lot of
What's
people.
that? I kind of like coffee dates, but what do you not like about it?
If we're talking about dating, means you have to build a chemistry. Coffee is not for dating. Coffee is for meeting. From coffee is for casual. So if you want to get more deeper the chemistry, you should
Yeah.
go on the dinner date, proper dinner,
Well, I guess
gitu.
might as well. I
So
mean, if you're already paying premium top dollar for the match, you might as well have like a. But in yeah, in general, do you feel like there's something that sends the wrong message about meeting someone over coffee? Like,
no, it's not the wrong message. It's just like the feeling is totally different.
mm,
When you have a date, is when we, if we're talking about finding love, it's the same thing to finding a job. When you're finding a job, you make yourself better, right? You prepare yourself. How,
okay,
like, from that company can accept you, sell yourselves out. It's the same
right,
thing with dating. You should getting to know each other in the deeper level. So not only over the coffee. Coffee is more like into casual, and then in a short time period. Normally people that they went to coffee for dating, mau cepat aja gitu loh. If I don't like the guy, okay, I just run away.
okay.
Jadi the sense is totally different compared to dinner time. Or
And
lunch, it
again, I
should be
mean,
okay, but
yeah, I mean, we're talking specifically also for your service where
yeah,
it's a premium service, so you might as well go for like a full on experience as that. Like so between 2500 US dollars to 7,000 US dollars for the annual membership. Um itu belum termasuk tiketnya ya kalau seandainya ternyata matchnya itu internasional ya, Mak ya. Itu ekstra ya,
yes.
Mak ya.
Buat dinernya juga, dinner not on me ya. Atau kalau nggak mereka
Oke.
suka nanya nih, dinner not, atau kalau nggak mereka suka nanya, okay, Zo, on the date, will you be there?
Hmm.
And I say, it's a date. If I'll be there, it's a threesome, not a date.
That's extra.
Yeah, that extra. Jadinya threesome, bukan dating. So of course I'm not gonna be there.
And
But the
for
next
those
day,
of you who are
beautiful.
listening, know that it is not an available option. Okay. You idiots out there, don't think that she's being serious. Okay. She's just kidding. Okay. That's not included in the options of services. Okay. Okay. Sorry. You just got to say it out loud. Sometimes some people just can't take a good joke, you know.
Gitulah.
Uh, but yeah. All right. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So so you've had somebody who's gone to 10 dates and nothing because that lady was not sure about what she wants for herself. You've
Yeah,
also been, you mentioned that now dating's gone up, or the demand for it to being match made is gone up, and
yeah,
you're still having one your members are getting married, so obviously
yeah.
some things are working. And um okay, so do you have any repeat clients, like people who married and then divorced and then are now out back single again?
Knock knock, married and divorced, hopefully not.
Oh,
But
belum ya?
yeah, I
Iya,
do. Belum. Jangan dong.
belum. Belum ada
But I do
repeat
have a
customer in that sense ya?
kalau yang married enggak, tapi kalau yang pacaran ada. So
Oke.
I have a few clients cowok
Mhm.
yang dia jadi member and then pacaran,
Mhm.
membernya selesai dong, pacaran, and then 2 years later they come back to me. Zola, I'm single. I'm out of the market. Okay.
But
Then, but normally,
both the male and the female came back to you?
yes, no, no, only one,
Oh, only one did. Okay.
only one, the clients, the
And it would
male.
be funny if, like, you matched them again. You're like, "Okay, here you guys are actually really good together, so I'm gonna put you guys back together."
Yeah,
Um,
I think something
that
wrong with you before. Okay, let me set you up again.
that's so funny.
So repeat, or what you call it? Repeat clients?
Repeat.
Yes, I do have repeat clients. What else? So I'm not only matching for hetero, it's for gay and lesbian as well. So there is
Okay.
no gender for love.
So okay, that's interesting. So that's actually, well, is that because there's a restriction on, like, how free they can meet other men to men or women to women in real life, or it's just because also they're just too busy?
In here, especially for gay, because normally they met on apps, right? And for fuck buddy only or sex buddy only. So it is
Okay.
so difficult for them to finding someone that looking for a long-term partner or serious relationship. So yeah, when it comes to service relationship, they come to me. It's the same thing with the lesbian as well, karena
Mm.
memang mungkin keterbatasan community, and they don't want to meet random people as well. So yeah, but I do have one client, I think two clients. They got married in LA. Gay.
Mhm.
It's a gay client. They got married in LA. And I think last year they told me that they're having like surrogate mother. So they plan to have a kids. So yeah,
Total modern family.
yeah, a family. It's a family.
Yeah.
So not only for hetero, it's a all gender. What? Pansexual, saphiosexual, everyone in the
Okay.
block.
So that's actually very interesting. Then what it is that you're doing is that you're able to really match. This is not, as you mentioned, it's not heterosexual relationships only. So
Yeah.
you have a formula here in terms of understanding what can or cannot work. What would you say
Mm-hmm.
is the one thing that makes it not work? Not just not the, like, the age gap, but if there's the one thing character wise that you would say, you know what, forget it. These two shouldn't even be in the same room together, let alone be on a date. What would that be?
Um, yeah, it's normally when they are very too picky. Some people they just too picky,
Mm.
but it's just slightly different being too picky and they don't know what they want. Udah pasti. So it's slightly different. They might think that they're too picky, but actually they don't know what they want.
It
I
was
love
yet
you
another
again.
controversial question that disconnected us, because these are matchmaking secrets, everybody. These are matchmaking secrets, okay? This is at the heart of finding love, okay? Rahasia dapur Femina dibongkar ini. Oke, oke. Kita mau tahu kenapa tuh bisa sampai nggak match. Kalau nggak match, kalau you don't know yourself, and then you mask it by being picky. So you make it sound like as if you're so selective, but that's really because you
Yes.
haven't really prioritized what is the must haves and the must not have. So
And then
I don't know.
mostly because they're judging. You know, sometimes people they just like to judging. They don't want to be open. You know, meeting people, you have to be open with any possibilities. I keep saying that chemistry, it could be happen on the first date, but actually your first date is not your first date. First date is introduction, but when it turns to second date, that's gonna be your first date. But a lot of people, when they just meet on the first date, they don't want to know more. They don't want to digging more about him or about her deh, gitu. So they just say, I think it's not my thing, or kayaknya enggak deh, is not the one that I'm looking for. But the chemistry actually it can be there until I don't know 4 days, dating kelima, dating keempat gitu. Tapi if you just don't want to be open, ya susah. Jadi
What do you
kebanyakan mereka nggak
consider
terlalu open.
what do you consider a successful first date? What does that look like for you?
Okay, when I arrange the dating, normally the next day I give them a call. Atau kalau enggak,
Mm.
selesai mereka dating, mereka yang langsung telepon semangat gitu. Then I'll ask how was your date? How long the dating last? So if they say like only 1 hour, okay, forget it. Nggak akan mungkin itu. Tapi kalau misalnya mereka bisa bilang sampai 2 jam, 3 jam, we talk a lot, da 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 da, and then we exchange phone number. Okay, must be something there.
Oh, that's bloody hilarious. That's just so hilarious.
Jadi
Okay.
ya dari awal pertama kali ditanya adalah how was your date? Berapa lama datingnya? Oh, 1 jam. Oke. No further question. Gak sih, tetap nanya.
Oh, okay. So no further question. That means that that's a red flag already. It's done, lady. If you feel like 45 minutes into dinner and you feel like, wow, I wonder how long it will take before I can go home and watch my favorite Netflix episode, that means that date's a bust, okay? Don't worry, you're in a membership service. You can find somebody else. Don't worry. Zola's got you covered.
Don't
Go
worry.
home.
We'll
Yeah, you
find
go
you the
home.
one.
Yeah, don't
Hmm.
worry. Just go
We'll
home.
find you
Pay the
another
bill and
one.
go
It's
home.
okay. Next.
But you mentioned something earlier. I'm sorry. I want to. This is actually important. And um, you said in knowing yourself, you need to know your attachment style.
Yeah.
And I want you to explain what that is.
Attachment style itu how does it call? Attachment style itu the way you express your feelings, the way you express your body language, the feelings. Then normally people that they know about their attachment style itu it's affect from your trauma juga,
Mhm.
from the families. Ada yang attachment stylenya ignoring. They don't really comfortable when the partner hugging them, let's say. Jadi lebih yang
Mm.
nggak nyaman gitu loh. Jadi attachment style itu harus diomongin in early stage of relationship. Cause kalau enggak, nanti pasti akan larinya beda. You're gonna say that she's too needy. I don't like it. Well, actually bukan dianya too needy, but the attachment style-nya yang begitu. Or probably you're gonna end up in codependent
Mm.
relationship. Yeah, or you're gonna end up in a toxic relationship. So um, you should be open. Kasih tahu your partner what do you want, what your expectation in this relationship. Your attachment style itu gimana? Are you in? You still have any trauma from the past? They deserve to know.
Mm.
Jadi attachment style tuh macam-macam. Ada yang
Right.
apa ignoring, terus udah gitu ada yang apa harus attach terus, macam-macam sih attachment style.
Okay.
Ada 4 deh, nggak salah 4 apa
So
5 gitu.
okay, so that's something you need to find out for yourself in terms of the different kinds of
Mhm.
attachment style that you have, what your preferences are. Okay.
Yes.
It's you know what, Zola, it's a little bit difficult here where you say you need to know yourself and you can't be too picky. But in fact, what you're saying is that if somebody does know her or himself to the level of uh, acute, like level of um, awareness of oneself, yeah, that person's going to be very picky, Zola.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what's
Of
going to
course.
happen there?
When I said you have to be picky to finding a partner, apalagi kalau you know you should know your worth. You should keep raising your standard, of course, but as long as that realistic, it's okay. If it is gonna be picky yang susah itu ketika okay, let's say you're too lazy, you don't taking care of yourself, and then not very excited about your life, and then you're expecting to meet a woman yang workaholic, rich, something like that. Itu kan gak realistis sebenarnya. Itu loh, that's what I mean. And then being picky, it is good being picky, but you cannot be picky to meeting people. Just be open with any possibilities. That's what
I
I
see.
meant.
I see. All right. So somebody who, like you send a profile to like, okay, I got a great match for you. Like, like we're looking at a first date like this week, this weekend. It's gonna be hot. Like, like this is the profile. And somebody's like, you kidding me, right? No, no thanks. Like, so don't be that person. Don't be like, yeah, I'm not into this person. Like he parts his hair the wrong way, or like I don't like the color of his shirt or something like that. Don't be that picky.
Yeah.
You mean? All right.
Ya,
Okay,
atau
fair
kalau
enough.
enggak kan
Fair
kebanyakan
enough.
mereka di awal picky itu judging by photo. Always. When I share the
Right.
profile, oh, I don't like it because of the photos. So sometimes I keep saying, okay, if you're not photogenic, dan kalau dia ternyata reject juga, but actually you're amazing in person, how does it feel? We cannot judge by photos only sebenarnya. Kadang ada
Right.
yang suka foto, ada yang nggak suka. So
Mm.
at least ketemu dulu
Yeah, that's
aja.
actually interesting. Have you ever done that where you just match someone based on completely on profile but without ever showing their picture?
No, before my business model, it's a for member. They cannot see the VIP photo.
Hmm.
But it was back then, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So I changed my business model, especially for men. Agak susah kalau nggak kasih foto. They want to see because man is they are a visual creature. They falling in love to the eyes. When I see a
Hmm.
woman good looking, it's just like uh, apa ketok pintu gitu to know them better. Tapi we as a
Oh,
women,
jangan lupa guys, kita harus ketok-ketok pintu kalau mau ya gitu ya. Ada
mm-mm.
proses ketok pintu. Udah gitu jangan lupa ada skrip kalau udah dibuka pintunya ya. Oh my god,
yeah,
that is probably about as good of an analogy as that gets. I mean, um okay, so that's very interesting. So no, you wouldn't do it without the photo, or you did do it before but it didn't work out so well.
yeah, it didn't work out. They just want to say that okay, I want to see the photo first.
Okay. All right.
So
So
I asked my clients, are you okay to show it the picture? Do you want me to show you the picture? If they say that no, Zola, I don't want it, okay, no. But I'm
okay.
trying to convince them that actually just meet it first. He's amazing in person. And
Mhm.
biasanya begitu akhirnya ketemu jadi udah gitu loh. Or sometimes
Okay.
they look older in photos,
Mhm.
in
They look
real lebih
old in the
kelihatan
photos,
muda.
you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe they
So
are
you
old.
cannot judge.
Isn't that like okay just to be an old person dating, like, or is that kind of
It, it is
what's like
okay.
the what's the oldest woman you have on the database? What we're talking
In
about, the age
Jakarta,
range.
in yes, in Indonesia, I had a 50, 52, 53 for women. Tapi kalau di US, I have 60, but she doesn't look like 60.
Mhm.
So anyone still
So that's
deserve
not that old.
dating. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not that old. I mean, like to have a 52 or 53-year-old. I mean, like 52-year-old professional women are, just
yeah.
they're
52
probably just
normally they're divorced. And then they
okay.
want, and then they have a kids, tapi kidsnya udah sekolah,
Hmm.
and then they feel lonely. Jadi, and one thing, if you think that you feel lonely, uh, don't find a partner. Go get a life. You need a life, not a partner.
Damn. Ouch. Ouch! Gotta be so
I'm
cold
telling
like
you.
that, Zola. Ouch! Go get a life. Ah! Know yourself. Ah. Okay. I'm trying. I'm trying, Zola. All right. Either somebody would just feel liberated by listening to that, or they would just go fall into tears. I don't know. So, as I mentioned, this is the dating after divorce series. So this goes within the territory. Either you just laugh out loud or you just cry. It's about right. I think what needs to happen is that after the PSBB is over, I've been saying this a million times that I'd like to have an event, a workshop for all the Janda Becanda listeners. Zola, will
Ah,
you come and speak to our listeners in person?
absolutely, of course.
Yes.
Yeah,
And we can
dong.
totally troll on people and like, God, that person is just like not getting it. That person does not have a life.
Go
No
get a
wonder.
life.
No.
And you keep
Their
saying, I
score.
feel lonely. I need a partner. You don't need a partner. You need a life.
You did you make a sticker out of that and you send it like, "Are you go get a life." This is my professional advice to you is like, go get a life
Yeah.
because you're
When
seriously
you feel
lacking.
lonely, you don't need a partner. When you feel
Sadly say
lonely, you don't need a partner. You need a life. Go get a life.
okay. And so,
Karena
yeah, I mean,
kebanyakan orang begitu kan mikirnya kan. I feel lonely. Then I need a partner. You should ask yourself first, digging lagi. Is that really partner that you're looking for? Are you missing something? You're missing something. It doesn't mean you're missing a partner. You can be in a relationship, but you still feel empty and lonely.
well, yeah, I
Well,
mean,
it's complicated. Yeah, I know.
no, I mean, also there's a lot of people who I don't know if you're familiar with this concept now. That's called Taaruf, which is like the no dating.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
his family's okay, her family's okay, we're okay
Yeah.
with this match, right?
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
actually very clear cut, and actually, it's a very honest reason why people are trying to get together. Like they have a fundamental, like when you mentioned earlier, a principal value that they want to preserve, which is the religious value. So that's part of the reason why they want to do it. So,
And
and
I
the
think because of religion too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the principal value is the
Yeah.
religious value. So
Yeah.
that's why they want to preserve that. And so that's they're sticking to it. And it's very honest in terms of like that matchmaking is about that. It's about being married to somebody who's in your same religion and trying kind of like a safety network where you kind of the two families kind of approve of each other. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that probably works for most marriages because it's not being complicated. It's a very straightforward in terms of like the criteria is probably very simple between the husband and wife. I'm guessing that, I'm trying to think about why
Mm-hmm.
how, the mentality of somebody who's going to go into that. So, but I'm assuming that's a good match for them because that's what's important to them. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and so when somebody's hiring you, it's for a different reason. They want a lot of checklists of like there's a lot of boxes that they have to tick, and that's why it's a very complicated process. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this is fun. And I think more people should know more about you. I'm going to include your details on the show notes. And we will
Sure.
definitely try to get together. And yeah, I don't know. I think we'll just all day long, we'll just talking about. So, what do you think I should do like to get like more breadth of choices? Like, that's probably that's because I think the one thing I hear a lot for dating after divorce is that the limited choice of men or the number of men to date. They're like, oh, I never meet anybody. There's nobody out there for me. Like,
Nobody can
so
accept me because I'm divorced. right?
Yeah.
I mean,
What,
they will
what?
say,
Oh, you see, you hear that? You hear people saying
"Oh
that?
yeah,
Like,
yes."
oh, okay,
I
okay.
still so especially women, they keep thinking that in their mindset, sort of like some people, it's so easy for men to finding a woman. Well, to be honest, men is also struggling to finding a woman. It's the same thing.
Kasian.
Iya
Oh.
kan, sama.
Oh my goodness.
Sama-sama susah nyari. Well, actually,
Oh gitu,
um,
Kak.
um, there's a lot of singles out there, but you just don't know each other. You just don't cross the part. So
Right.
masih banyak sih sebenarnya single.
Alright. Okay, so there's plenty of
As
fish
long
in
as
the
you
sea.
know, as long as you really know what you want. Do you want to get laid, or do you want to finding a future husband, or do you want to just looking for
Yeah,
sex buddy, anything. As
right.
long as you
So,
know what you want,
yeah.
you'll
Yeah,
get
there's
it.
yeah, everybody should write a personal essay and say like, "I am looking for Mr. Right in this format."
Yeah,
So, yeah. Okay, so
yeah. Are you
that's
looking
fair.
for a Mr. Right, or are you looking for a Mr. Right now?
Mr. Right now. Exactly. And no judgment if you are looking for Mr. Right now, as long as you know the
Yeah.
difference.
Yes.
As long as you know the difference.
No judgment.
All right. I think I can go on all night with you, Zola. So I don't know. I feel like we should be going on for more than just 1 hour because I think we're
Yeah.
have a good chemistry, but
Talking
I,
about
I feel
love.
bad now. I
Like,
don't. I feel bad about ending the podcast, like the
it's
episode. Like,
okay.
oh no,
We still can talk, right? I mean, talking about relationship, dating, desire, what does
oh,
it,
yeah,
marriage, itu sih
yeah,
panjang, like nonstop.
I know. Yeah, we
Tujuh
haven't
hari
even
tujuh
gone to the
malam.
good stuff. Like, we haven't talked about desire yet. We're just still talking about
Yeah.
like how can we get a call back from Zola? Like, it is not controlled. We ought to get our lives in order.
Yeah. And you don't know, but you're a divorcee. And then how about your sex drive? Something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I
Yeah,
was like,
kan?
oh my
But
god, it's Tuesday night, and then you're just like tired. So
yeah.
that's hilarious. All
So,
right, thank you so much, Zola
thank
Yoana.
you so much.